If you're choosing between the UK and Canada, let me save you months of confusion. Because on paper, Canada looks like the clear winner. More space, higher salaries, friendlier immigration policies. But here's the uncomfortable truth. A lot of immigrants who move to Canada quietly struggle, and a lot of immigrants who stay in the UK feel stuck. So which one is actually better? Not in theory, not on government websites, in real life. Let's talk about what no one prepares you for. The UK hits you fast. Cities are dense, tight, close. Buildings lean into each other. Streets feel busy even when they're quiet. Everything feels old, but not in a bad way. Old systems, old rules, old habits. Like the country already knows how it wants things done, and you're expected to figure it out quickly. Canada feels different from the moment you arrive. Wide roads, quiet neighborhoods, houses spaced far apart. Silence that almost feels polite. At first, that space feels like relief. You can breathe. You're not rushed. No one's watching you. But here's what people don't tell you. Space doesn't just give freedom, it takes away friction. And friction, strangely enough, is how connection starts. In the UK, life presses in on you. Crowded buses, shared walls, forced interactions. You don't choose community. You bump into it. In Canada, life stretches out. And if you don't intentionally reach for people, days can pass quietly. Sometimes too quietly. The difference isn't comfort. And it's not quality, it's pressure versus silence. And depending on who you are, one will sharpen you. The other will test you. Yes, Canada's more welcoming on paper. Clear pathways, point systems, transparent requirements. You can almost see the finish line from day one. Permanent residency feels possible. Citizenship feels planned. There's a sense of order, like if you do everything right, the system will reward you. The UK feels different, more complicated, more restrictive, more unpredictable. Visas expire. Rules change. Timelines stretch without explanation, and that uncertainty wears on people. But here's the twist most people only understand after they move. In Canada, getting in is easier, settling in is harder, because immigration doesn't end when the visa is approved. That's when real life starts. You arrive with documents, but no network. No history, no shortcuts. You're legal, but new. Qualified, but unknown. And many immigrants arrive in Canada emotionally unprepared for that reset. In the UK, the system is tougher, but the society is denser. You plug into existing structures faster. Workplaces, public transport, even neighborhoods force interaction. In Canada, the system welcomes you, but life asks you to build everything yourself. Slowly, intentionally, sometimes painfully. Neither system is better. They just demand different kinds of strength. And most people only realize which one they have after they've already moved. Let's talk money, because this is where most decisions are made and most expectations break. Yes, Canada often pays more. Higher salaries, bigger numbers on paper. That reassuring feeling that you're finally being properly paid. But expenses follow you quietly. Not all at once, not loudly. They slip in. Housing that looks affordable until utilities hit. Transport that seems optional until you realize nothing is nearby. Heating bills that don't exist in your home country. Distance that quietly turns convenience into cost. In the UK, salaries feel tighter. You notice every pound, but systems are closer together. You can live without a car. Public transport connects almost everything. Shops, schools, hospitals, they're within reach. Your money moves through a compact life. In Canada, life is bigger, and that changes how money feels. You earn more, but you also need more just to function normally. More planning, more buffer, more patience when things cost time as much as cash. It's not that one country is cheaper, it's that one compresses life. and the other spreads it out. And depending on how you manage money, that difference either feels empowering or quietly exhausting. This is the part people don't like admitting, because it sounds ungrateful or negative or like you're complaining. But social life is where many immigrants quietly struggle. The UK is reserved, but social life exists. Pubs after work, colleagues who turn into familiar faces, small talk that slowly becomes routine. You don't always become close friends, but you're rarely invisible. There's friction, and friction creates connection. Canada feels different. People are polite, smiling, helpful, kind. They hold doors, they apologize, they ask how you are. But friendships take time, a lot of time, and they often stay scheduled, planned weeks in advance, fitted around work, family, and long winters. Some immigrants spend years in Canada without a real community, not because people are cold, but because life is spread out. Distance weather, busy routines. Everyone is surviving something. Commutes, bills, winter, isolation. And unless you're intentional, loneliness doesn't announce itself. It settles in quietly. The UK can feel socially heavy. Canada can feel socially light. Neither is perfect. But this is where people break. Not financially, not legally, emotionally. Here's the real difference, and it's not something you see on comparison charts. In the UK, you're constantly reminded you're an immigrant. Accents get noticed, backgrounds get questioned. Class and history sit quietly in every interaction. Sometimes it's subtle, a joke, a pause, a look. Other times it's direct. You're aware of where you stand. In Canada, that pressure fades. You're allowed to belong. Not because you blend in, but because difference is expected. Your accent doesn't define you. Your origin isn't a conversation starter. You're just another person trying to live. But that freedom comes with a cost. Belonging in Canada is open, but it's not inherited. You don't step into networks. You build them from scratch. Friends, community, professional credibility. There are no shortcuts, no default pathways, no one pulling you in. That kind of freedom is empowering. You get to choose who you become, but it's also exhausting, because when everything is possible, nothing is automatic. And that's the trade-off most people don't see until they're already there. The UK's better if you like structure, if you thrive when life moves fast, when schedules are strict, and when pressure isn't a threat but a companion. It's a place that rewards endurance, a place where systems are clear but unforgiving. If you're someone who can read the rhythm of the streets, the work days, the social codes, the UK can sharpen you. It pushes you, sometimes annoys you, but in the process it molds you. Canada is better if you value space and calm, if solitude doesn't scare you, if you can be patient while planting the seeds of a life that will take years to bloom. Canada doesn't demand speed. It offers breathing room, but leaves you responsible for filling it. Your community, your career, your happiness, almost everything must be built intentionally. And that freedom? It's powerful. But it can also be quietly overwhelming. Neither country is easier. They don't compete on comfort. They test different parts of you. The UK tests your resilience in the face of structure. Canada tests your independence in the face of openness. And who thrives depends less on skills or degrees and more on self-knowledge. The person who succeeds in the UK may flounder in Canada. The person who thrives in Canada may feel trapped in the UK. It's not a ranking, it's a mirror. Each country reflects a different part of who you are and who you're willing to become. So which is actually better for immigrants? Here's the honest answer. The UK tests your resilience. Canada tests your independence. One challenges you loudly. The other challenges you quietly. And the people who succeed aren't the ones chasing visas or salaries. They're the ones who understand themselves first. If this helped you think more clearly, don't rush the decision. Take the time to reflect. And if you know someone choosing between these two countries, share this video with them. Comment below which country you'd choose and why. Subscribe and hit the bell if you want more real-life insights from around the world, so you never make a move blindly again. It might just save you years and a lot of frustration.